Hello and good afternoon, everyone. You are watching the news from Amhara Media Corporation English, broadcasting from the regional capital, Bahar Dar, Ethiopia. And I'm Yohannes Lijalem with the news. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed responded to the questions put to him by members of the parliament at the 14th regular session of the House of People Representatives. During the regular session, the representatives have raised a number of issues, including current affairs of the country, peace and security, diplomacy, issues related to access to seaport, among others. In his response, the Prime Minister said ensuring durable peace and security in Ethiopia is imperative to realize the country's development, prosperity and coexistence. Noting that peace is the most expensive commodity for the nation, the Premier criticized the political trends that have resulted the peace and security problems. In this case, one of the major problems is that politicians prefer violence to attain their political interests instead of struggling with ideas to fulfill their interest. Abiy indicated that this challenge has been witnessed in Ethiopia's body politics during the past 50 years. Abiy noted that the trend has remained a critical fracture of the nation to nurture a better democratic system. Ethiopian ambassador to Tanzania said that countries in the East African region should support and cooperate with Ethiopia since the country's quest for access to seaport is a genuine move to maximize mutual growth. Burhanu Workana has the details.
Speaking to INA, Ethiopian Special Envoy and Plenipotentiary to Tanzania, Ambassador Shibru Mamo said, the recent Memorandum of Understanding signed between Ethiopia and Somaliland is a landmark and a practical response for cooperation and mutual development. On January 1, 2024, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed inked a historic Memorandum of Understanding in Addis Ababa with the President of Somaliland, Musa Bihi Abdi. The Memorandum of Understanding for the Partnership and Cooperation between Ethiopia and Somaliland is intended to serve as a framework for the multi-sectoral partnership between the two sides. The deal is also believed to pave the way to realize the aspiration of Ethiopia to secure access to the sea and diversify its access to seaports. Ambassador Shibru added, the Memorandum of Understanding is also a remarkable diplomatic success story that the Ethiopian government has achieved under the leadership of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. Moreover, the accord would allow Ethiopia to utilize the seaport from the Red Sea, one of the most strategic world trade routes. The ambassador also expressed belief that Ethiopia's access to seaport will significantly contribute to develop cooperatively and in solidarity with countries in the region.
ትልቁ ነገር በኢትዮጵያና በሶማሌላንድ የተደረገው ስምምነት ከትብብር አኳያ ነው ሰጥቶ በመቀበል ላይ የተመሰረተ ነው ኢትዮጵያ
The biggest thing is that a memorandum of understanding between Ethiopia and Somaliland would promote the principle of cooperation. This is also aligned with the international rules for access to coastline. On the other hand, this agreement can ensure the economic benefit of Somaliland and allow it to have a proportional share from Ethiopia.
የሚገባትን ተመጣጣኝ ሼር እንደታገኝ የተሰራበት ሁኔታ አለ። ስለዚህ ይህ የትልቅ ዲፕሎማሲ ስኬት ነው።
Beyond accelerating Ethiopia's growth by increasing its import-export trade, the ambassador is convinced that the deal will gradually change the political, economic and security situation in the region for the better. According to Shibru, access for additional ports for Ethiopia is crucial in order to properly accommodate its ever-growing economy and population. In this regard, countries in the region should understand the real challenges of Ethiopia as well as its peaceful approach by supporting its endeavor in getting access to port, citing Tanzania for sharing its ports to its neighboring countries for mutual benefits. Shibru indicated that Tanzania, which has 8 neighboring countries and 7 ports, created a favorable environment around its ports by constructing massive infrastructure in railway and other dry transport. Shibru said that with this, the Tanzanian government has not only donated about 20 hectares of port to Zambia, but also allowed Zambian goods to stay at the port for 45 days without fee. Therefore, Shibru said Ethiopia's neighboring country should follow Tanzania's footsteps in this regard to reinforce mutual development for the betterment of the East African region.
A high-level delegation from the European Union, including Belgian Minister for Development Cooperation Caroline Guinness and the European Union Commissioner for Health and Food Safety Stella Kyriakides, is visiting Addis Ababa from February 5 to 7, 2024 to strengthen the Africa-Europe Health Partnership. Moda Moulier has the details.
The mission, organized by the Belgian presidency of the Council of the European Union and the European Union delegation to the African Union, symbolizes the ambition of the Belgian presidency of the European Union and the European Commission to strengthen the partnership between Africa and the European Union. The mission has followed up on the European Union and African Union Summit of 2022 and identified building blocks for stronger health partnership between Africa and Europe. Belgian Minister for Development Cooperation Caroline Guinness and European Commissioner for Health and Food Safety Stella Kyriakides visited Ethiopia and the African Union, together with high-ranking representatives from Croatia, the Czech Republic, France, Germany, Hungary, the Netherlands, Spain, and the European Commission. The mission included high-level meetings on health and humanitarian aid at the African Union Commission and the Africa Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Building on the Africa-European Union partnership on global health, it will kick off the Belgian presidency's ambition to accelerate equal access to health, the foundation of societal well-being. Currently, less than half of Africa's citizens, some 615 million people, have access to the health care they need. Only 3% of pharmaceuticals is produced on the African continent, despite the fact that it bears 24% of the global disease burden and accounts for 11% of the world's population. The European Union offers added value as a partner in health based on its expertise and experience. European Union and member states, institutions and agencies are already working closely with African counterparts on a wide range of health topics. Together, the European Union and Africa are working to deliver better health for millions of citizens, to better prevent and tackle health threats, and to shape the global health agenda in areas like the pandemic agreement. This mission to Ethiopia and to the African Union offers an opportunity to consolidate the Africa-European Union global health partnership, particularly in context of the new public health order for Africa and the European Union Global Gateway Strategy and the Team Europe initiatives delivering on it. The African Union and the European Union will discuss the establishment of the African Humanitarian Agency, health crisis in humanitarian contexts, challenges facing international humanitarian law, access and protection, as well as forgotten crises on the African continent. This mission signifies a renewed commitment from the European Union to collaborate with African partners in achieving better health outcomes for all.
Addis Ababa University interim president Samuel Kifle said that the successful implementation of the autonomy at the Addis Ababa University will pave the way to the delivery of quality education and contribute toward this comprehensive societal transformation. Burhanu Yisma.
Dialogue on innovative higher education strategies, international dean's course on Africa Part 3 that focused on strategic and practical issues in higher education management opened in Addis Ababa. Opening the 5-day program, Samuel said the course has multiple opportunities in Ethiopia's higher education system in general and Addis Ababa University in particular. It's beyond training, Samuel said, adding it has created many more opportunities for collaboration among institutions and nations. It was indicated that despite the challenges, Ethiopia has not only successfully expanded the education sector, but also embarked on major reform initiatives, such as governance reform of creating autonomous universities and introducing exit exam, as all of them guided by a clear roadmap of 2030.
Despite the challenges and complexity of higher education, Ethiopia has not only successfully expanded the sector, but also embarked on major reform initiatives such as university system differentiation, governance reform of creating autonomous universities, introducing exit exam, all of them guided by a clear roadmap of 2030.
Addis Ababa University, the nation's oldest and flagship university, has just recently been reorganized as an autonomous university with the Council of Ministers.
Addis Ababa University, the nation's oldest and flagship university, has just recently been reorganized as an autonomous university with Council of Ministers regulation. A successful implementation of autonomy at Addis Ababa University will pave way to creation of opportunities to the delivery of quality of education, undertake cutting-edge research, and contribute towards comprehensive societal transformation through community engagement and service.
Samuel affirmed that a successful implementation of autonomy at the Addis Ababa University will pave the way to the creation of opportunities, to the delivery of quality of education, and contribute towards comprehensive societal transformation through community engagement and services. For the President, training in international discourse will give Addis Ababa University further opportunity to learn from African brothers and best practices in universities in Germany. The Dialogue on Innovative Higher Education Strategies program is jointly coordinated by German Academic Exchange Service and the German Rectors Conference, and funded by the Federal Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development. Recalling that Ethiopia and Germany have enjoyed over 120 years of formal diplomatic relationships and over 500 years of people-to-people connection, he praised the contribution of Germany in Ethiopia's higher education system. Professor Peter Meyer from Osnabrück University of Applied Science said, autonomy is a trend in so many countries around the world, stressing that there are many critical decisions to be taken at the university level.
Autonomy is actually a trend in so many countries around the world. The issue is that we realize from a governmental perspective to guide universities in a very detailed manner does not work. Because there are so many nitty-gritty decisions to be taken at the university level, it's better to delegate the authority to take decisions to the level of the university or even maybe to the level of the faculty.
Professor Peter Meyer said it's better to delegate the authority to take decisions to the level of the university, even maybe to the level of the faculty. Dialogue on Innovative Higher Education Strategies offers a bundle of measures, training courses, dialogue events, projects and partnerships that foster professionalization of institutional management processes, alignment of education to international quality standards, and strengthening of research capacities.
You are watching the news from Amhara Media Corporation English. As we proceed to news beyond borders, South African singer Tila wins Grammy for Water Song. South African singer-songwriter Tila wins her first Grammy Award for her hit song Water during a ceremony held in Los Angeles, California on Sunday. Tila, who beat the Nigerian Davido, IR star Aske Burnaboy, became the inaugural winner of the new Best African Music Performance category introduced by organizers of the Grammy Award this year. The 22-year-old Cape Town musician, whose full name is Tila Laura Stell, was excited after her name was announced as the winner of her category. Tila said she accepted the award. This is crazy. I never thought I would say I won Grammy at 22 years old. Tila said she accepted the award. Her hits last year made to the top 10 on the charts across 16 countries, including the United Kingdom and US. Africa Press Agency reported. On February 5th, Burkina Faso becomes the second country in the African region to integrate the malaria vaccine into its routine immunization schedule. The country has officially introduced RTS is malaria vaccine into its extended vaccination program across 27 health districts. The World Health Organization endorsed the vaccine 2 years ago, acknowledging that even though it is imperfect, it would still be dramatically reduce severe infection and hospitalization. Burkina Faso is one of the worst hit places in the world. In 2021, almost 12.5 million cases of the disease were recorded across the country, equating to an incidence rate of 569 cases per 1,000 population. Officially, 4,355 people were reported to have died of the parasitic infection, although World Health Organization estimates the actual death toll that year stands as high as 18,976. Cameroon started the world's first malaria vaccine program for children in January 22nd. According to the Javi Vaccine Alliance, the initial phase of the vaccine rollout in Burkina Faso aims to reach nearly 250,000 children aged 5 and 23 months across 27 health districts out of the total 70, as reported by Africa News. This is all we have for today. The presenter of the news, I am Johannes Lejalam. Have a splendid afternoon with the rest of Amhara Media Corporation English program.
Thank you.